You're watching BetRivers Pro Football Weekly on the BetRivers Network.
Welcome, everybody, to the latest edition of BetRivers Pro Football Weekly, along with two-time Super Bowl champ Brandon Stokely. I'm Adam the Bull, and every week we pick games and hopefully make you a winner as often as possible. Brandon, how you doing, man? What's going on?
Well, I'm doing great, man. I mean, I'm out here in Denver, and the Broncos are 8-2. You feel like they're like 4-6 right now after that performance last Thursday against the Raiders. So big game for them versus the Chiefs coming up here on Sunday. So it's crunch time now. I mean, it's big time football. So it's getting a lot of fun, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great. And to your point, man, it's weird to see the Chiefs right now are out of the playoffs. The Ravens right now are out of the playoffs. We're not used to that. I know there's still plenty of time, but I'm not, even this point of the season, it's shocking to see those teams out. This is a huge game for Kansas City. They don't want to fall to 500.
No, hey, I think you're spot on. If Kansas City loses this game, they're done in the AFC West. I mean, they have a chance to win the AFC West. They've already lost to the Chargers. They'll lose the first game to the Broncos. I think they're done in the AFC West, and now they're competing for a playoff spot, which I think they'll get in. But I think as far as winning the AFC West,
right,
that's a wrap for Kansas City if they don't win on Sunday.
I agree. And the AFC West, for years, the AFC North has been the best division in the AFC. But I think it's definitely even though the Raiders stink, but I definitely think the West right now is the best division because obviously Denver's playing well, the Chargers playing well, and even though the Chiefs are only 5-4, they've outscored their opponents by 76 points, which is actually the second best in the AFC. So,
yeah, you're always weary of the Chiefs. I mean, they're scary. They've been in the Super Bowl 3 straight times. You got Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Kelsey, and they're healthy, at their wide receiver position. So, they're always going to be in the mix. So they'll be in the playoffs, and they're going to be a scary team. It doesn't matter if they go on the road. We've seen them go on the road to Buffalo and Baltimore. I mean, that's just what they do. So they're just a scary football team.
Let's talk about a couple of those AFC West teams, and we'll start with the Chargers, who are at the Jaguars. And you're picking against the AFC West team here, Brandon.
I am. Give me the home team. Give me the points. I know the Jags, they're a little bit up and down. We don't know what to expect. They blew a huge lead last week against Houston. I mean, how do you blow that game? But they're at home. Who are the Chargers? I don't know. Their offensive line, their running backs, they're so beat up. Give me the home team. Give me the team that's a little bit more desperate. I think Jacksonville at home. The Chargers got to travel across the country. They've been playing good football. I get it. Herbert's been good. McConkey, love McConkey. Gosh, deep. I love me some Lad McConkey. He's been awesome. But I just think they're so beat up front, their offensive line. Give me the home team with the points. I think Jacksonville bounces back here.
Okay, that's game number 1 on the docket. The other AFC West team is the Raiders. They're hosting the Cowboys. Defense optional in this game. Raiders are a 3.5-point dog at home, but you like them. Yeah,
give me the Raiders. They played really good against the Denver Broncos. I love Bowers. Genty's, we'll see what he looks like, but I love me some Brock Bowers. And I just think, give me the home team here. Dallas defense might be been the worst defense I've ever seen in my life when I watched them play the Broncos a few weeks ago. Their defense, I'm sure they're getting healthier or whatever, but I'll take the home team, Vegas. I don't know what to expect with Dallas. Their defense was so bad. So give me the home team with the points.
Yeah, last week, as you said, the Raiders played a tight game with Denver. It was a low-scoring game. I feel like this is going to be the opposite. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I like the Raiders to at least keep it close. I'm with you there. I could see them losing by like 3 points, even if they do lose. So I like the plus 3.5 with you on that one. All right, let's go to the NFC Central North against the East. I got my first pick here. I like the Giants at home against the Packers. I know that the Giants just fired their coach, and Jameis Winston is going to start. And a lot of times when a team fires a coach, right, you get that little boost. And now you, of course, got Jameis, as you said. And Jameis is always good for a handful of like big time throws. He'll throw it to the Packers too, but he'll throw some touchdowns. And I know, the Giants are without Malik Neighbors and they're without Cam Scatterbo, but they blew a game last week also. I just, a team that's got a new coach is going to be a little feisty. I'll take 7 points at home. And I just don't think the Packers are that good offensively.
Yeah, I mean, their defense is so good.
It is very good.
But the unknown here, to your point, is Jameis Winston. He's either going to throw 4 or 5 touchdowns or 4 or 5 interceptions. So it's going to be a fun watch. I can't wait to watch Jameis Winston. Who doesn't love that guy? He's fun to watch. Everyone, is pulling for him. So that should be an entertaining game.
No doubt about it. The next one is the Bears and Vikings, and this is the only game today that we're picking opposite of each other. You like the Vikings at home, -2.5. I like the Bears on the road, getting 2.5. We'll go with you first there, Brandon. Why you like the Vikings?
You want the smoke? I mean, I'm telling you, man. Hey,
I do.
The Vikings at home, I don't trust the Bears. I mean, they got lucky to beat the Giants. They were at home. Jackson Dart got hurt. No Cam Scatterbo. I don't believe in the Bears. And so J.J. McCarthy, he hadn't started many games. He's been, not very good. Can't stay healthy. But their defense, I think they're going to get after the Bears defensively. I think they squeeze this one out at home, by 3 points. But I think they win this game, home game for them. They find a way to get it done, and they end up covering the spread. What do you think? I'm against you here. I understand your arguments, all solid arguments. I just get the sense that Caleb Williams is starting to find his way. And I trust, even though, obviously he's been inconsistent, I trust him more than I trust J.J. McCarthy in the end. And I like the way their offense has played in recent weeks. They've scored at least 24 points 4 of the last 5 games. They've won 4 of their last 5. I don't totally trust them, but I don't trust the Vikings either. And I'll take the team that I think the teams are pretty even. And so I'll take the team getting the points in this one. Well, that's why I'm taking the home team here.
Yeah, I get it.
I understand you taking the points. It's 2.5. It's almost a sucker bet. But give me I feel much better about the Vikings defense than I do about the Bears defense. But I understand Caleb Williams. Yeah, you're probably more confident in him than J.J. McCarthy right now. But hey, Justin Jefferson so just throw it up to Justin Jefferson. So I'll take the home team in this one because I trust that defense more than I trust the Bears defense.
All right, let's talk about the game that may be the game of the week, and that's the Seattle Seahawks and the L.A. Rams. Both teams are 7-2. Both teams have won 4 in a row. The Rams are home for this one. They're 3-1 at home. The Seahawks are 4-0 on the road. These have been maybe the 2 best teams in football, along with Indianapolis. Indianapolis has the best point differential at +115. The Seahawks are second at +103, and the Rams are third at +98. So these are 2 teams that are playing excellent football. I think it's a complete toss-up game. I think that that this game, one team wins by a field goal. Not sure who it's going to be. I think the Seahawks are going to win outright, but they're getting 3, and I can't see, even if the Rams winning by more than 3. So I think at worst, I get a push on the +3. Both teams are good defensively, but this is a great game. These are 2 teams playing great football, and they're both well coached.
I mean, unbelievable. I mean, how about the Seahawks and the Rams? I mean, Seahawks did a great job. I mean, Sam Darnold, he has been absolutely unbelievable. Love watching this guy play.
Yeah.
And so their defense is for real. And how about the Rams? Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua. I mean, this is an unbelievable game. I can't wait to watch this game. I'm staying away from it. But you talking about 2 heavyweights right now? Like either one of them could go to the Super Bowl, and I would say, all right. I mean, if you're telling me who's going to the Super Bowl out of the NFC, pick me one of those teams. I love what Sam Darnold. What a great story that is. And Matthew Stafford, at his age, didn't practice all the training camp. Supposedly a back. Doesn't look like anything wrong with his back now. But he is flat out balling out. I can't wait to watch that football game. It's going to be a great football game.
Yeah, they're both teams that are good at both sides of the ball, right? Both teams playing really well defensively. you mentioned some of the guys. Like Devontae Adams is a little banged up from last week, but he's expected to play. He's been great, and he's old for a wide receiver.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like he's 26 again. I mean, he is. So you're right. You're spot on. It's going to be an unbelievable football game.
Kenneth Walker and Kyron Williams, both solid backs. And I mean, what the breakout season for Jackson Smith and Jigba for the Seattle. I mean,
he was on pace for 2,000 yards. I mean, the guy. I mean, that just shows you what top flight wide receivers can do for you. You got Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and Seattle. They've transitioned from DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett and that crew. And you got to give the GMs for both teams a lot of credit. The head coaches for those teams a lot of credit. I mean, they just keep rebuilding, and next thing you know, you look up and you got all this new talent. You got to give those coaches and those general managers for both of those organizations a lot of credit.
You know what's interesting, Brandon, is like you have these teams like the Browns and the Giants and the Titans that they just bottom out all the time. The Rams and Seahawks won their championships. They never really bottomed out. They got mediocre for a couple of years. But now they're right back up near the top. They never were picking top 5 or anything like that. They never had to completely blow it up. They're just smart teams run by smart guys, as you said.
That's right. I mean, it's unbelievable what when you have the right people in the right places, what it can do for your organization. It's flat out unbelievable what those two organizations have been able to do. And you're right. Maybe they bottomed out a little bit, but next thing you know, they're back at it, and whether they're trading their draft picks or picking players. With the Rams, they traded all their picks and they got more picks. You pick the right guys, you make it work. You got the right coaches. Yep. You got the right system. It's been impressive what both of those organizations have been able to do.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, let's get to the AFC North. 2 games in the AFC North. One that you like, one game I like the other. Not a surprise. You're picking the Steelers. -6 at home against the Bengals. Tell us why.
Cincy, I don't trust Cincy. I really don't. Pittsburgh's at home. Give me Pittsburgh at home. Bounce back game for them. They played bad last week. I get it. Everybody's down on Aaron Rodgers now. Baltimore's going to win the division. Yada, yada, yada. But, I've been riding Pittsburgh all year. So, hey, I'm not going to Pittsburgh looked really good the first quarter and a half, and then they kind of fell apart, made some mistakes. It's all good. They're back at home. Cincy's defense is absolutely horrendous. Oh. Their offense, I don't know what we're going to get from Flacco in that offense. So, hey, give me Pittsburgh at home. I'll give the points.
2 40-year-old quarterbacks. Again, we saw them face each other, I think, 4 or 5 weeks ago. How about this stat? The Bengals, since the start of last year, I think it's 27 games. In 27 games since the start of last year, they've lost 6 times when they scored 30 points.
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
That's insane.
No other team has lost more than twice while scoring 30. They've lost 6 times, including the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, they blew that game to the Jets. And then they had the Bears beat, and they gave up a touchdown right at the end of the game. Unreal. All right, I'm picking in the other AFC North game. And my hometown Browns here, I'm not taking the Browns. No chance. I'm laying the 7.5 with Lamar Jackson. Now, Lamar's not the same player right now because he's not really been running much, coming back off this injury. And I am a little worried about Myles Garrett getting a hold of him. Myles Garrett's averaged 1 sack per game when facing Lamar Jackson. And Derrick Henry has stunningly not played well in his recent history against the Browns. That being said, the Browns can't score. They just can't score unless they score with their defense. Their offense, we talked about Cowboys defense, just the worst. The Bengals defense, the worst. With the Browns, it's the opposite. Their defense is good, very good. But their offense is, along with Tennessee, as bad as it gets. Dylan Gabriel can't play. Quinshon Judkins is a nice back. Really, I think he'd be really good down the line, but they can't block it. They can't block him. He's getting hit in the backfield all the time. Jerry Jeudy's their only decent receiver, but he's had a terrible year. He did play well last week for the first time all season. I just don't think they can score. So even if the Ravens only scored 20, I still think they'd cover.
Yeah, you got to score in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
So when's Shador? What's the deal with Shador? I mean, you're right there. I mean, that's your hometown team.
Yeah, I
you
think
got to get some Shador at some point. I mean, why is he not played?
I think he should play next week. If Dylan Gabriel cannot turn it around against the Ravens, next week the Browns are at the Raiders. That's the perfect week to play him because the Raiders' defense stinks. I think this is the 6th game for Dylan Gabriel. If he doesn't play well, then you give Shador the final 6 games.
Yeah, you got to figure it out, right?
You got to give him a shot. We got to see it. Let's see what he can do.
Point, if you want to let your quarterbacks have some time, young quarterbacks, but if they're showing that they're not quite ready, then I mean that was a problem with drafting 2 quarterbacks. Now you got to go to the next guy and see what he can do, and he's only going to have 6-7 games to see if he can get it done. But you need to know if either one of those guys can get it done.
That's right. All right, final game to discuss, and you and I have the same pick, and it's the only game this week we both picked the same thing. Lions, the Eagles, Sunday Night Football. We both got the Lions plus 2.5 on the road. Is this more about the Lions or about just how the Eagles are playing right now?
I think both. For me, A.J. Brown, the distraction there. I mean, come on, buddy. What are you doing? I mean, I get it. You want your offense to play better. You want to be more of a part of your offense. I understand that, but you're winning football games. You won a Super Bowl last year. Let's not be a distraction. It's a huge distraction. Their offense hadn't looked the same. Saquon, the running game, doesn't look the same. Give me Dan Campbell. And that offense with Detroit. I'm just more comfortable with them right now taking the points, even though it is on the road. I don't know what's going on with Philly. They figured out how to win some close football games, but there's so many distractions there. I think it catches up with them this week against a really good Detroit team, especially defensively. They're starting to get more healthy now.
I agree with everything you say. One other thing I'll throw in is that surprisingly, we're used to the Eagles being so good up front, but they have not stopped the run very well. They're like 20th against the run in the league, so below average. And the Lions have as nasty a running game as you're going to get with that, Gibbs-Montgomery combo. I love those guys. Gibbs is one of my favorite players to watch. I'm with you. Lions plus 2. I think the Lions can win outright. I need to forget the 2.5.
Hey, there you go. I don't mind that either. Take the money line. Let's go.
Money line for the Lions.
Yeah. It's time for the Eagles to lose one of these games.
Yeah, I think they will. All right, folks, that's it. The latest edition of Pro Football Weekly from BetRivers. Thanks to Tim and Alex for producing today. For Brandon, I'm Adam. We'll talk to you next time on BetRivers Pro Football Weekly.
Thanks for watching BetRivers Pro Football Weekly on the BetRivers Network.